I'm back finally with a much requested 6-month update on my fibroid myomectomy surgery and journey. I had my surgery December 2nd and it's June 5th. At least when I'm filming this. So I'm super excited to share all the updates that have been happening with my fibroid and the healing process. That video of me sharing my fibroid journey to surgery and a few days after, you know, that's my most popular video on YouTube. So I guess it really resonated with you, and it kind of shows that, you know, there's a lot of women out there that are dealing with fibroid issues, and it's not really discussed, it's not really talked about, it's not really shared. So to everybody who commented that are going through surgery, have gone through surgery, you know, I understand what you're going through. We're all in this together, and I hope that we can all heal and learn and help others, you know, with this process as well. You guys can go watch that video if you want to hear all about the surgery, and I show you guys some clips of myself in the hospital. And here we are 6 months post-op, and you guys know I'm gonna overlay some clips, so maybe I'll just stand up and show you what the girl is looking like. Hey, this is what we looking like. If you guys remember in the last clip, it was giving, I can't even poke, like I'm literally trying to poke my stomach out. Like this is as much as my stomach can go out right now. Love that for me. And it's not just the fibroids, there are other reasons for that too, but I'll get into that later. My incisions have healed quite nicely. I do think they're still a bit darker. Like I've been playing around with scar tape and vitamin E oil, but you know, I have a lot of scars. I have this scar right here since I was 3 months, and I'll show you guys my appendix scar. I think my appendix scar is the scar that I hate the most because it's like it's like a dent in my skin. When I first got the surgery, since I work out a lot, I was actually a bit self-conscious about the scars because I wear a lot of crop tops and like leggings, and so my scars were very visible, and I'm like, I hope people are not thinking I got a tummy tuck, like, you know, but it is what it is. 6 months later, I don't really care as much. I think they've gotten a little bit lighter, but they're still kind of raised, and they do sometimes randomly itch, and sometimes I get some random pain, like just like a sting or like a pain zap, or something like that in the incision sites, which is normal, right? In the surgery, they're cutting through layers of skin and nerves, and those nerves will never heal the same. In terms of my bladder, I was feeling like I had to go to the bathroom a lot, even though I had not a lot of urine to express because of the fibroid pressing on the bladder. I don't know, like it's not really a huge change. Not anything that I could pinpoint and say, oh yes, I can definitely hold more pee in my bladder anymore. I can't really feel that, but I do think that I don't feel like, oh my God, I need to go to the bathroom right now. The fibroid was really affecting my stretching now. Like when I did stretches where I had to fold over like the leg, the pigeon pose, like I couldn't really do that with one of my legs anymore. But now I can stretch, I can bend, like I can do everything. So in terms of like exercising, I don't feel the discomfort that I used to feel with the fibroid. I was expecting like maybe with my first period, I would be feeling cramps or something. So I was a little nervous, not gonna lie, I was a little nervous to see how like my first period would go. The main thing that they told me is that I couldn't use tampons. So I didn't really use tampons for my first 2 periods just to be safe. They said after 1 period you could use a tampon, but I just decided to wait for 2 cycles, so 2 months. I just used pads, which were the worst because I haven't used pads since junior high school. Oh my God, I hate a pad. They did replace my IUD, so that's been great. Like my period has been getting pretty light. One of my motivations for getting the surgery was my body image, my body dysmorphia. And I'm not gonna, of course, you guys saw it my first week. I was showing you guys my stomach, and like kind of, I think I was a little bit delusional trying to say that it got flatter when I took the fibroid out like 1 week later when it was probably even still swelling. The way I look at my body has improved drastically. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, that's not just from the fibroid surgery. That's also from getting on that Zepbound, okay? I've lost 25 pounds, but I'll do another video on that, so you guys could go check that video out where I walk you guys through my whole like Zepbound journey. I've been on it for about 4 months now. Overall, my mental health has really improved. Definitely worth it, 100%, no long-term side effects. I think the next thing I'm going to look into is like, I'm gonna give my scars about a year or so to heal, and if they don't get lighter, maybe I'll look into some like scar revisions, because I do definitely want to get my appendix scar revised as well. But there was this beautiful creator that I saw on TikTok, And I noticed that she had the same scar pattern as me, but hers were like, honestly, if you didn't have the fibroid surgery, you wouldn't have even noticed it and known what you were looking at. But because I have like the same scars, I commented, I was like, oh, did you have fibroid surgery? Your scars healed really nicely. She's like, yeah, she had it like 3 years ago, and she told me she's been consistently putting like vitamin, like I think she said coconut oil, like Vaseline or vitamin E, something. She had consistently been putting it on her scars every day. So I'm definitely gonna do better about, you know, moisturizing the scars. I think I stay pretty moisturized, but well, maybe I'll try the scar tape again since I have it. I bought it. Some things that I do still think about, even though I have had this surgery, and you know, I'm happy that my stomach is finally flat. There is like almost a 50% chance that these fibroids are going to come back. So after the surgery, my gynecologist was like, don't even have them check for fibroids when you go to your gynecological exam, because it's gonna come back, is basically what she told me. But she's like, don't worry about it. Like it's probably going to be really, really small ones versus like one that was like 10 centimeters and huge. She's like, don't worry about it. Don't check it. Like it's gonna show up. It's fine. You know, so that's something like that is a little bit frustrating with the process, not gonna lie. Like I do want to have a child or two, and like the thought of like, okay, maybe I'm 35 right now, so as I get closer to 40, like, and these fibroids could it come back again? And then like before I want to get pregnant, when I'm finally ready, like I have another fibroid, like am I gonna have to get the surgery again? Or am I just gonna have to deal with the fibroid and just be in a little bit of pain, you know, while I'm pregnant? I had a cousin, or my uncle's wife, you know, she had a fibroid, and, you know, she had her son, and it was a very painful pregnancy for her, you know, so it's just something that I keep in the back of my mind. But at the end of the day, let me not like borrow stress for myself. We looking good. We 35, Project 35 on deck, guys. One other major consideration I want you guys to take away is, like you guys saw in my last video, I was ready on week 1 to get out and get up and about. No, you have to take it easy. I wanted to get back into the gym like within 6 weeks. And I don't think I resumed the gym until like the 2nd week of February, because your body is really healing. And I think I underestimated the amount of trauma my internal organs went through. Like literally you're cutting through your whole abdominal wall to get to the uterus. Like it's like a tiny little, like kind of indicative of what you would go through, you know, if you had a C-section, like going through all those layers of muscle. So it is a very, even though it was laparoscopic same day, it is a very traumatic surgery. It just, your body is healing, and it feels like you're not doing anything, you're just sitting down, but like your inside your body is healing, and it's taking all that energy and pouring it into healing your internal organs. So yeah, I'm like, you feel lazier. I'm just like sitting here, but I'm so tired. Like I'm just so tired. So take it easy, give yourself grace. There's no rush. You know, I wanted to have a flat stomach in 2 days. I had to relax. It took like, I'm still a work in progress. We're not flat, but you know, we got to relax, give yourself grace, rest, eat well. And in 6 months, you know, you'll be thanking yourself for that time. If you are interested in getting the surgery, do a lot of research. Like I don't know, I wanted to go to Johns Hopkins because of the name. You don't have to be like me if you don't live in the DC, DMV area. There's tons of amazing doctors out there. Do some consultations, figure out how much it's gonna cost with your insurance, or if there's a way to get around the expensive payments. But I think it is definitely worth it. It's life-changing. We shouldn't be living in pain. We shouldn't be looking pregnant when we're not. Our mental health is important, and how you see yourself is important. So get the surgery if you can get it. You know, don't be scared. Please keep sharing your stories and experiences below. Your hesitations with surgery, your excitement for surgery, your surgery date, what you're most looking forward to experiencing after surgery. Let's continue to encourage each other and share with each other. And let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see next. Like I said, this fibroid video, the last one I posted was my most popular video. So who knew people just like to see me talking to the camera?